This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stock Box interview.
Joining us today is David Lenegas, the Executive Chairman of Vinanz PLC. Hello, David. Welcome back on the Stockbox. How are you?
I'm well, thanks, Mark. Good morning. Hope you had a good holiday.
Yes, thank you. I did, and I hope you did too. We were, of course, back in September. Where you've been away for a while. Yes, well, everyone's going back to work now, so we'll get back to focused on the stock market and all things nice about that. But I wonder if we can get a bit of an update generally, first of all, from you, just on the operations side of Vinanz, how things are going, with the Bitcoin operations in the United States since you listed and got operational there.
Yeah, look, we listed a couple of months ago. Our key objectives were to increase our Bitcoin mining fleet in North America. Just before the summer holidays, we announced that we bought and installed 100 Bitcoin miners and put them into Labrador. That increased our sort of Bitcoin mining capacity and ability to mine Bitcoin very significantly from where we started. We're looking at aggressively sort of rolling out that model throughout the US and Canada with our team at the moment, now that sort of summer holidays are over. And our Bitcoin miners are running pretty much at 99.9 something percent availability. We'll look at also putting an update out to the market in the coming week to a couple of weeks on how we feel that Bitcoin mining operations are going in the States and Canada. But yeah, in general, we're pretty happy.
Okay, well, we look forward to seeing a bit more of a substantial update regarding that. But you are in, would you say, free cash flow at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're probably break even. I think the next set of Bitcoin miners that we install into the North American market will push us over into sort of potential dividend paying country, if I can sort of be that bold. But we've got a very low cost base. Another 100 to 200 Bitcoin miners into the North American market should see us into sort of P&L plus.
Okay, excellent. Just a bit of a thought, if I can, on the Bitcoin price. Of course, you've got your ear to the ground. You're watching that price probably daily. What's going on with the price, the performance, and what's the vibe of where the market or the people in the sector see where it might go in the next few months?
Look, it's been pretty steady over the summer, between 25 and 30,000. It has these sort of little blips when some splashes of news come out about BlackRock launching a spot ETF. Last week, the Bitcoin price went up 7% in one day on an intraday when they had another group had their ETF boxes ticked with the regulators and with the SEC to launch an ETF. The next halving of Bitcoin is still scheduled for March, April next year. And I, and like many other people in the Bitcoin sector, still see a potential, maybe 5 to 10 bagger in the Bitcoin price over the coming years. So we're all very bullish.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. Now, of course, some news today that came out from the company about the OTC registration and trading, I think, commenced, today, the 5th of September, with the ticker there on the OTCQB of VINZF. So just give some rationale, if you can, around this listing, why you've done it and how you might leverage this new access to the US markets here and the US investors.
Yeah, Mark, look, it was always our objective when we listed on Aquis to have our shares dual traded. It's not really a dual listing, it's dual traded on the OTCQB, which is the regulated side of the OTC markets. That takes a while to put into place, and I'm pleased to say that this morning we announced that we're all go for trading of our shares on the OTCQB. At the moment, we have one market maker that will eventually grow. And I look back at when things like Kryptonite One and when Argo Blockchain got their OTCQB listings, much better than just OTC Pinks. And it took a while, but when the US market understood what they were doing in the crypto space, there was a lot more buying coming out of the North American market into their securities than what the UK market was doing. Now, from our perspective, we see that it will take some time for the market over there to understand what Vinanz is, the fact that we even exist. But as we sort of roll forward, as the summer's finished with increasing our Bitcoin mining capacity in the States and in Canada, we'll certainly be pushing a lot of PR, IR through that whole North American system to try and kickstart the trading on the OTCQB.
Well, indeed, I was going to ask that. So the plan is to start doing some PR, IR in the United States to attract those US investors.
Yeah, and it's not going to start today. Generally, what happens once you sort of get an OTCQB listing is you have one market maker that controls the roost for a month. The spread is pretty wide between the bid and the offer, but they do trade in between. Because a lot of our operations are North American, all of our operations are North American based. We feel that we can get a bit of leverage out of talking about what we do in the States. And we're also looking at staffing up with some fairly sort of decent people in North America to sort of help expand that. And they also have access into the marketplaces in Toronto and New York. So it'll take a while, but getting an OTCQB listing for a crypto company is not an easy thing. So to actually get it approved, we're quite chuffed.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for giving us that update. We can watch out in the next few weeks for more substantial news on the operations of the Bitcoin miners. But for now, thank you very much, David Lenegast, the Executive Chairman of Vinanz.
Pleasure.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.